Hey guys, it's Carl Brown from GuitarLessons365.com. We're going to do part 2 today of all the rhythm guitar parts for Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. Part 3 will have all the solos. So we're just going to clean up anything we didn't cover in the first video. Now, the first video covered most of the verse and the intro. Now, the verse part goes out throughout most of the song. And you can play that a couple different ways. You can pick it like I did in the first video, or you can finger pick it, which is actually how he does it on the recording. The thing is this track has half picking and half finger picking. So you can choose to do it without a pick and try to just, when it starts doing the strumming parts, kind of do it with the back of your nails or something. Or you can choose to pick this part that he finger picks, like we did in the first video, and then you have a pick to use for all the solos and all the big rhythms. So you can choose what you want to do. I'm going to finger pick some of it this time, just so you can know what the patterns to use if you want to finger pick it. So we've covered, the verse. The difference between the verse throughout the song is the melody notes are going to change. The chords stay completely the same. So we're always going to be and then this chord, this one, and then the same little ending. All right. When you're going through the song, if you want to learn every single note of it, instead of us breaking it down, there's only 6 notes that can be on top of those chords. 3, 1, 0 on the first string, or 3, 1, 0 on the second string. So it's going to be some combination of those notes. So one of those 6 notes is always going to be the melody note, and you always are going to play those exact same chords, and it's always going to be the exact same finger picking pattern. Finger picking pattern can be a straight just thumb, index, middle, ring. Or you can do thumb on the first 2 strings, and then index and middle. That might be a little bit easier for people, for some people at least. So we're gonna now, after the verse part, we have this one new part that comes in at about the 45-second mark in the song. All right, so that's not the same chord progression we did in the verse. That's why I'm gonna cover it here. You can use a thumb here at the first fret on the 6th string, or your first finger, and then up to a bar, but he would obviously use his thumb here. 3rd fret on the D, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B string. Then pick up the pinky, and now it's going to be your 1st fret on that B. Same picking pattern. E7 here, we're going to have low open 6th string, 2nd fret on the D, 1st fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B string. And then just same chord but pick up your pinky. So that again. So he repeats it like that, then it goes straight back to the verse chord progression done once. All right, then we get to the first strumming section when the band starts coming in. Now, like I said, you can do this with just kind of a flamenco-y type thing, just hitting the back with the back of your nails, or you can use a pick. So I'm just going to strum these with a pick for now. So we're going to have just an A minor chord. All right, so that's just an A minor chord. And I go down, down, up, down, down. Then put your pinky at the 3rd fret on the high E string. Then you're going to shift up to this chord, which is the 6th fret on the B string. And then the 7th fret on the G string. And you're going to strum 5 strings with it. So we have. that's the first kind of full band rhythm. The only next part they have that's a little different is the interlude. That's back to a finger-picked acoustic, and it sounds like this. Alright, some interesting chords there, and it kind of jumps around a bit. Same picking pattern, whichever one you want to use. And it's going to be the open A string. These are all going to just be in the 4 middle strings. Open A, 2nd fret on the D, 4th fret on the G, 5th fret on the B. So that's the first one. And you're going to slide up to the 7th fret here on the D string. And then you're going to pick across the same strings again. Open A, 7th fret on the D, 9th fret on the G, 8th fret on the B. So we have. I'm going to finish it out with still that open A, 7 on the D, 7 on the G, 8 on the B. And then you're just going to change that note on the B string to the 6th fret. So we have. And you should repeat that 4 times. Alright, then we have the big band section that comes in, the big rhythm. It's going to sound like this. So it's with an A minor chord, but you can strum all 6 strings. Now you can do a straight rhythm if you want. But to kind of make it more exciting like they do some of the times in the song, it's kind of the same rhythm you started that previous with the A minor on it. So we have this. And then to this chord, which is going to be, basically think of it as this. You're going to play a C major chord with your pinky at the 3rd fret on the G there, on the high E string. Now just take your 3rd finger and move it over to the G on the 6th string as well. And you're going to have that 5th string muted there with the bottom of your 3rd finger. So we have this. Alright, then to a D major chord with the F sharp at the 2nd fret in the bass. All 6 strings. F major bar chord. Then E major twice. Real slow. Repeat it. Alright, so that was a big sounding riff. So after they do that a few times, they just go to F, E. Alright, now that's a straight ahead rhythm. They don't do a lot of that kind of stuff in there. Just da 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 da. Alright, now we have the ending, which is kind of a guitar layer. Well, let's play through it real quick. Alright, some interesting stuff going on there. We're going to start with this an F major bar chord, just strummed across with your thumb. Then you go to an E7 chord. So it's just an E major chord with your pinky added here at the 3rd fret on the B string. And do the kind of the same thing, but strum backwards. Back to the F. And this time when you do the E, you're going to want to do it so you're going to mute the 3rd string with the bottom of your finger. So it's more of an E power chord. And as soon as you do that, let everything still ring that low E, but just kind of hammer on 2 to 4 on the G string, then a little trill. Then we have this bluesy ending here, which is a guitar layer that we were talking about earlier. It's actually 2 guitar parts, but we're going to do them together as one here. We're going to have a kind of a big stretch to do it too. So we have 5th fret on the 1st and 2nd string, 2nd fret on the G string, and the 4th fret on the A string. Now just kind of pick those all together. Then take the notes that are on the A string and the B string and move them back 1 fret. So that's the 2nd finger and the 3rd finger. Then do a full bar at the 2nd fret. Keep your pinky where it's at and put your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret there on the B string. Still picking the same strings in the right hand. So we have just... Now keep that pinky there. Now we have a big stretch. We're going to stretch all the way back to the 1st fret on the A string, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B, and then that stretch all the way up to that 5th fret. It's just if you guys want to do both of those guitar parts together. He's obviously not playing something that difficult on the recording. So we have all together. I just think it sounds cool, so if you can do it, do it. So we have, to end it, it's just this 7th fret on the D, 5th fret on the G, open A, so same picking pattern. So that's, just pick across the 4 middle strings, then pick across the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and then the high E. So we have, do that again, and then end it with just the 4 middle strings, and then A minor bar chord, full strum. Alright, so stay tuned for the next lesson. We're going to take a look at all the solos and fills that Jimmy Page does in this song. Alright, I'll see you then.